So today we're going to see what's going on with all the pairings in here. We've got quite a bit happening. We've got Big Apache here at the moment. He's just standing proud, and he's got some little chicks in there as well. And we'll just go through, have a bit of a look and see where we're at, because there's quite a bit happening in here now. You can see there's people, well, pigeons sitting on all these eggs, and some of these are going to go to the Bundaberg one loft race. It's a little bit more of a tropical kind of race, a bit hotter, something a little bit different than what we have tested this year. Probably similar conditions to here really, and we do need to pick out 5 birds to enter out of these pairs. So we'll go through, have a look at what's going on. Like I mentioned in other videos, we're doing a lot of floating at the moment, so we're floating other pairs' eggs under other birds. So that's why there's some pairs in here you probably wouldn't really see me utilise too much, like this little, my barless hen. I'm just attached to her. We spent 3 or 4 years to get to the point where we could breed that recessive barless hen to this quality, and she's just a fantastic mother too. So you can rely on her. You know you're going to put her down, and she's going to lay eggs, and you've only got to wave a nest bowl around and she'll try and jump in it, even if she's not paired up. So she's a fantastic hen for that, and she's actually sitting on some eggs at the moment. And those ones actually are from this pair here. So let's just have a quick little look in here. I've got them locked up just because I still really haven't got the gist of which nest box they're meant to be in. They have laid around and they are fertile. It's one of the hens we brought in last year. This is New Moon. She's actually a dark checker when we first got her, but she's molted down to this flaky kind of pencily checkery thing. I don't know what you call it. And then she's paired up to one of the birds from my race season this year that he was just consistent. He was pretty much in the same spot on returns every time, and he handled all the jumps and everything, no problem at all. So they are more my one loft pigeons. So I really like them. I've got a few of them this year, and there's a lot of those eggs getting floated under here because you know, they're not as good as the Zetas, that type of thing, but they are very consistent, very hard to lose. So that's a really good start for me. We've got 83. He is sitting on some of Rosetta's eggs, I think, from memory. We'll have to double check. I did breed one round from him and the mealy hen put together. She's in this nest box, but I've gave them to my friend to race because he's a front marker, and I think those are going to do fantastic up there. So we may do another round later, but I'm going to try and breed a couple of mealies later on, nothing too soon at the moment. And I've repaired up this hen. She's actually she's a nice hen. She bred us only 1 baby last year, and we've still got that little hen in the race team. She was fantastic actually. I think even at 4-5 months she'd done already out to 350 kilometers, no problem. So she just handled those big jumps, minimal loft flying, and all the falcons really well. So definitely utilised this hen a little bit more this year, but she's paired up to a different cockbird at the moment too, and he's here somewhere. We'll bring him over. This is him up here. He's a bit of a character. He's a beautiful pigeon. He was quite young last year, so we didn't get a chance to properly breed off him, but he's a fantastic looking pigeon, and he's actually reasonably close related to this little hen here in the side that I actually really like. I'm a bit of a pedigree nut as well, so I do a lot of pairings off pedigrees and research. A lot of people don't agree with that, a lot of people will, but at the moment it's working reasonably well for us for our one loft birds and things like that. So we've paired these two together, and then we'll race these babies pretty hard locally. We may put one in one of the one lofts, but we'll just keep them locally, and then I'll see what the babies are like end of next season. We might breed off them, because we need those pigeons that can handle that real tough stuff. But he's a nice bird. I don't mind him, but he is half related to the side of her that is producing birds that are hard to lose. And a lot of people don't understand what I mean when I'm talking about hard to lose pigeons. It's just pigeons that can pretty much handle anything. You know, if you're going to be sending birds to one loft races and you're spending your hard-earned money on it, you want to put a pigeon in there that is hard to lose, no matter who which one lofted in, you know, because one lofts change their minds left, right, and centre. Nothing against them, they just try and look after the birds best as possible. So you need pigeons that can handle anything, and that's kind of what I mean when hard to lose. Like, no matter what you throw at them, they can handle it. And that hen, although the babies are not the fastest, they do come back no matter what. And the only baby off her we bred last year, she was ripped apart twice by falcons and she still come home, and I'm really surprised that she did. So this little hen, she's actually floating too. I'm pretty sure these ones are rosettas as well, but paired to a different cock. She's actually got a few eggs, because I've mentioned before she just lays like a chicken. She's actually laid again. That's one there. We're going to float in the other pair we were seeing the other day. This is one of Shock's daughters. She's her eggs are probably halfway ready to hatch, but she's a beautiful little hen, this one. She's a hard to lose little hen too. She likes the tough stuff. She was on that headwind race we had this year, and she made it back pretty quick, and she hasn't really raced, so before to give her a few little rounds, but she's a very beautiful little hen, this one. But we'll see. Like my main focus, I'm like 100% focusing on in the pairing and breeding side of things, one loft pigeons, and then I'm just going to race them locally. So it's an odd combination, but I feel like it works the best here for me. And I think one of these guys has flicked one of their rings off as well. So yeah, he has. But these ones are actually her babies. So this is Bondi. Yeah, she's here. She's a beautiful little hen actually. And that's her first round with 3 of a kind. So it'll be interesting to see how these little babies turn out. She's a nice hen. It's got some good breeding in her, so hopefully. Hey. And this is who Rosetta's paired up with. I really like this cockbird, I tell you. So I've got this guy and his brother. They're actually half brothers, and I bred 2 babies off each this year. And if you've been watching, you understand how tough it is here. But I've only lost one of them, and he was only lost because he got ripped apart that bad by the falcons. He couldn't really fly, so that's pretty good. And his son is actually down here. He was looking at before, and Apache's actually just fostering this round for us. We've done run round of his babies before, and it kind of just teed up that we could get these eggs in under here. Let's bring them out a bit. The other babies looks like it's going to be a dark checker, but this one's going to be another pied. We've actually got the sister to this one in the flying loft. See, there's a bit of white there. So this one at this point automatically is off my one loft selection, only because of the amount of white on it. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but if I'm going to spend hard-earned money on entries, I'm going to make my birds blend in as much as possible and give them the best chance I possibly can, because I didn't really used to believe in it, but living out here and watching every single cod pigeon I have disappear and get eaten by falcons is extremely disheartening. But that's the main gist here. We've got this pair, that pair, that pair. 6 babies. We've got to pick 5 out of there, so it's pretty much everything apart from that one. And it just depends how quickly these eggs or far behind them are, so we'll just roll that out. We've still got 12 or so babies we need to potentially pick from, so see you in the next video.